up, beautiful people? Welcome once again to hellohnclothing. And in today's tutorial, we are going to continue from our last video. Not like continue. In this tutorial, we are going to be learning how to make the back vent of a skirt. So like the slit that is covered up, how we are going to be sewing it, but more importantly, how to sew it with a lining. Okay, so this tutorial is well detailed. You see how all the tricks involved in doing that. If this is something you want to see, please do keep on watching. And yeah, let's dive right into this tutorial. When you want to do your skirt vent, you measure from the bottom of your skirt how many inches you want that vent to start from. So some people like it 7 inches slit. The standard is between 6 and 7, 5, 6, 7. So people that don't want it, people elderly or people that don't like to show off so much, will use 5. But with 5, if you are doing a pencil, don't use 5. If you are doing a pencil, you should use a slit of 6 to 7 inches. 7 inches is even appropriate for pencil, so that the person can walk, lift her leg, climb bike, for example, climb a motorbike, you know, for 7 inches. But if we are using 5 inches for a pencil, that is going to be really tight. You can't even really move freely. But 5 inches for a straight skirt is fine. 6 is decent. 7, some people like it high up to be 8. So I'm going to use 6 inches because I'm not doing a pencil skirt. I'll use 6 inches. So I'll mark that. I'll mark that here so that I know where my vent is starting from. 6 inches. I'm going to, let me start from 7 inches. Let me start from 7 inches so that I can curve down and give me that shape. Okay. Now I'm going to put paper there. I'll put paper. So we have that there. Now you have to measure how you want your vent to be, how you want it to overlap. Okay, let me first rule that straight line of 7 inches. Okay, so let me see if it's 7 inches from here. Okay, 7 inches. So you ask yourself where you want that, how wide you want the vent to be. Usually your vent should be between 2.5 inches or 3 inches. So I'll make my vent 3 inches so that 1/2 inch will be for sewing. I'll have 2.5 inch left overlapping. So 2 and 3 inches, I mean 3 inches. So I'm doing the 3 inches from this zip, from this skirt zip. You know, we already have 1 inch there, so I'm adding like 2 inches extra. That's 3 inches in total. I'll roll it straight, but you do not want your vent to be straight. It cannot be straight and boxy like this. It has to be like at a diagonal. Your vent should be like at a diagonal. So a diagonal means that you slant your ruler for your vent. Fine is starting from here, but the vent is slanted. That's why I used 7 inches. Okay, so you are slanting it like this. It's like that box square. You are putting your ruler at this corner slanted to give you like a triangle. So that's what it's going to be, and I will cut that part out. Sorry that my ink spilled. So let that part still be straight. Let that part still be straight while you are joining it this way. So leave this part to be straight. You are going to notch it when you sew. After you sew, you still open it up, but leave it this way when you are cutting. Okay, because if you cut into it and cut this part off, there's going to be an issue. So just leave it straight like that and just slant it that way. So this is how the back vent will be. Now let's place it on our pattern and cut these things up. So now we can get right ahead to sewing all this on the pattern. So let me just mark that point, that 1 inch point for my zip, which is here, and also transfer my dart for the back. So now the next thing to do is to sew up all the darts for the lining, the main fabric. Just sew up the front, the back, sew up all the whole darts. After sewing up all the whole darts, insert your zip at the back. So sew up the darts, insert your zip at the back, and close it up till you get here. Once you insert your zip at the back, use from here, close it up. So you're closing up 1 inch from here, 1 inch, 1 inch. I hope we can see that. 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, up to here, up to that point where your zipper stops. Close it up 1 inch. Then from that 1 inch, you just sew half an inch. Leave some centimeters, or leave like half an inch away from this edge. I hope we can see that. So I've changed my chalk here. This is where my zip line is stopping. That's where my zipper was stopping. So I'm going to sew 1 inch, 1 inch down till I get here. Then sew half an inch from this point. Sew half an inch. So I'm going to leave half inch here. I'm going to leave that part here. Then sew half an inch, then 1 inch up before I even attach my zip. I usually close this thing up before I attach my zip. I don't attach my zip then close up. I close up and attach my zip. Okay, so let's go right ahead to sewing all of this up, and I'll come back in a minute to show you what it is. Alright guys, so this is it. I have sewn it here. You can see this part, like half an inch, and sewn it on that line, stopping just by that part where my zip will come in. So I'll do all of this first before I attach my zip here. Okay, and now before you go further on, put a notch here. So slash it. Don't slash to that cut, so to that thread. Do not slash to where your thread is. Just slash to that point, close to it, but don't slash that place open. Okay, you don't want to cut what you've sewn open, so it will help that part to relax, to help it to relax. Okay, so yeah, so that when you open it up, it's relaxing like so. All right, and yes, we're still going to use our lining to give it a good finishing there. But before then, you take your skirt piece where your zip is going to go in. Now this is your zip already. The right side of the zip, that will be like this. Okay, place it First thing, just place it on the skirt like this. Now take this one and just twist it like this so that it's twisted on this part. Then pin it along that 1 inch. Pin it from the top here along that 1 inch like so. Pin it down along the 1 inch, along the 1 inch, so you get to a little below that part that we sewed. So I'll pin it to that 1 inch there. Then I take the other one, which is like this, and I put it along that 1 inch from this top. Pin it, pin it, so I'll pin it like that along that 1 inch like so. So I'll have like an invisible zipper effect. So by the time I sew it and flip it to this side, you will not see any zip closure sewn on top. Okay, so I'm going to sew it this way. Alright guys, so this is our skirt. This is the part we have sewn. Okay, the zipper, and I've ironed it neatly. This is the back side. So that part that we notched, you iron this part open well like so. Okay, now the next thing you do is you take this right side, so I'm putting it this way. This is how my slit is going to be. Right side, and I'll take my lining and place it on it this way. So this one will be for this part. I hope you can see that. And this one will be for this part. Okay, so now we're quickly going to do something. This part like so. Now we have ironed the slits this way, so the slit here is on this part like so. So that means this one is the one that we're going to sew up close, and this is the one that we're going to be working on because it's on this part that has been bent. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take this. Let me take this. I'll take this one. I'm putting it on this fabric so that you can see what I'm doing clearly, and I'm going to fold it on it like so. So along that line, I'm going to fold that square like this. I hope you can see that. Let me pin it down so that it doesn't move. Great. And I'm going to cut from here. That means where this thing folds from here, I'm going to cut it open, but I'm going to stop like ½ inch away from this upper part. So you see this part here, I'll cut from here up and cut it this way. I left ½ inch up here. Okay, so now that we have this, see what is dangling, I'll cut that part away. So this part will go easily into the vent, and this one I'm throwing it away. no longer useful. Okay, I hope we get what we just did there. Right, so now that I have this, I'm going to take this and take the other one like so. You can see that this one is shorter now than this other one. That's exactly what we want. The same part where the main fabric stopped for the zip, which is here, that's the same place where this lining is going to stop, which is here. So my lining, I'm going to be sewing it close from this part up here, from here, this zip part here. I'm going to sew that 1 inch. I hope you can see that. I'll sew that 1 inch from here, sew that 1 inch, sew that 1 inch down, 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 and stop just about this part here. Okay, so I need to sew this part closed and stop here. Then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Alright, so I'm going to take my skirt, that's the main fabric, and let the wrong sides face me. Then I'll take my lining, which is here, and the right side will be facing me for the lining like so. Okay, so I hope you can see that this part that we cut will be for this part, and this part here, this long one, will be for this part like so. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on the vent first before you sew up the sides and the hem and the band. You have to work on the vent first. So now that we have this and this, what you're going to do is flip it this way, so that you have it like so. Okay, and you sew it from that bottom part up onto this part here. I hope you can see that. So we're sewing from here about 1/2 inch to this top part here, so that seam is hidden. You sew it from here pram to that part, so that the seam is hidden. When you flip it in, it is properly hidden like so. You won't see that vent there. Okay, and now for the second one that you have here like so, you flip it this way and you take this to this, take this two together, and you sew it like so as well. So we'll put a pin there, 1/2 inch as well, up onto that point here. So sew it up to this point here. Leave this part, because this part you'll be using it to attach this other side. So you sew it from this bottom to this part here, and you do it for the other side. So when you flip it in like this, the seams are hidden. Then we'll have this part here dangling. So let's quickly sew those two sides up and come back to see what to do next. So after sewing it, this is what I have. So let me quickly iron it. So you see it already. This part folds in, you press it down, and this one will be on top like so. You press it down so that it relaxes before we can come on to finish this part that we can see here. Okay, so let's go and press it down. Okay guys, so this is it now. Let me lay it on top. This is what we have. Perfect. This and this, perfect. Now you see the problem now is here, not the problem. The part we need to finish up is now this part, okay? So that it's properly finished. Now what we're going to do is lift this one up like so that you can see what's going on at that part there. You'd have this, you have this, you have this, you have this black one, and you have this one on top. So what you can do to help ease the process, notch here, that's notch the two fabrics so that you have it relaxed like so, here and here, notched. Take this one, this inner black one, notch that point too, okay, so that you're sewing from here to this part here, notch that part, so that it's also relaxed. You're sewing to that part, then this up one to that part too as well. So this place that is folding, I hope you can see that part folding, notch there too. Don't, like I said, don't cut it to that sewing line, no, just cut it a little. So now I'm going to pin all the four together. I'll catch all the four. I'll catch this, catch those two Ankara, then this one on top, pin them together. I'll catch these ones too and pin it together. So this is what I'll now sew up. I'll sew this part up. So by the time I sew that part up, you see that it's now properly relaxed. Everything is properly hidden and relaxed there. So let's quickly catch all that four together. I hope you get it. Notch them, that's make a slit too on this point so that everything is relaxing and is flat, and you can flip it inside out. All right, so I hope you can see that part properly finished and neat. Alright guys, so you see we are through with the tutorial. If you did learn from it, please leave it in the comments below that yes, so finally I have gotten this, okay? Leave it in the comments below. I would love to read from you, as well as don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. Also subscribe if you are yet to. Yes, please subscribe guys. If you're also going to be trying this out, please send your creation to the Facebook group so that we can all see it, okay? I look forward to reading from you, to seeing your creations, your back vents beautifully made, properly rested. I look forward to seeing it, and till we see you in the next tutorial. Stay safe, God bless you all. Bye.